Prisoners were brought out of a van and given 5 minutes to relieve themselves. One of the inmates went missing but was found by a guard, caught in the act. That man, let's call him Kraven, is the protagonist of this story. Upon arriving at the prison, he received his equipment and was taken to his cell, where he encountered a man who resembled Shrek. The man tried to intimidate Kraven, warning him to be cautious since the previous inmate lasted only a month. However, Kraven confidently told him he'd be out in 3 days. No more, no less, or the man could try to kill him. The man, intrigued, agreed. Hours later, while Kraven was training, 2 men approached him, attempting to intimidate him into leaving the spot, claiming it was taken. When Kraven refused, they tried to press the gym bar down on him. Kraven resisted, executed a swift maneuver, and knocked both men out. As he headed back to his cell, 2 other men approached, insisting he follow them to meet their boss. Kraven complied and was brought to a room. The boss asked if Kraven knew who he was. Kraven replied, "Yes, you're Semyon Chorny, leader of the Kirov gang, a man who's killed thousands of men, women, and children across the globe." Impressed that Kraven recognized him, Semyon demanded Kraven's identity. With one word, Kraven replied, "I am the hunter." Unfazed, Semyon thought he had trapped Kraven and ordered him to reveal his mission and the one who sent him. But before anyone could act, Kraven took out a leopard's tooth. In seconds, he dispatched the first man, then the second, and pushed the table, slamming Semyon against the wall. With 3 swift stabs to the neck, he left the boss bleeding out. A guard burst into the room, but Kraven shoved him aside and skillfully leapt through the walls like a cat. The prison alarm blared as he was pursued, but Kraven barged through the roof and jumped to the next building. Guards shot at him, but Kraven dodged the bullets, walking along walls like a lizard. He escaped into a snowstorm, where he found a plane and flew off. Once safe, he removed his clothes, wiped off a fake tattoo on his neck, and sat in silence. Back at the prison, guards discovered a body buried in the snow, an inmate Kraven had impersonated. Now, let's go back to where it all began, before Kraven gained his godlike powers. It started in a field where a girl named Calypso was playing with tarot cards. Her grandmother warned her to be careful, as the cards revealed unseen paths. Calypso drew a card, prompting her grandmother to give her a vial containing a mysterious liquid. The grandmother explained it could heal in unimaginable ways, and told Calypso she'd know when to use it. The next day, in the same field, Kraven and his brother Dmitri were hunting with their father and some natives. Their father walked ahead, leaving the boys behind. Suddenly, a lion appeared. Kraven aimed his rifle at the lion and told Dmitri to stay back. For a moment, the lion and Kraven locked eyes. Sensing no threat, Kraven lowered his rifle. But a gunshot from their father shattered the moment, wounding the lion and provoking its attack. The lion knocked Kraven down, and as their father kept shooting, the furious beast dragged Kraven away. Meanwhile, Calypso, wandering from her parents, stumbled upon the injured lion. Blood from the lion dripped onto Kraven's wounds. Surprisingly, the lion left Kraven unharmed, retreating for Calypso to help him. She gave Kraven the liquid her grandmother had entrusted to her. The liquid caused rapid changes in his body. Kraven was later airlifted to a hospital. Before leaving, Calypso placed one of her grandmother's cards in his hand. At the hospital, doctors pronounced him dead after several attempts to save him, but moments later, Kraven awakened, his eyes glowing yellow. The doctor were stunned. When Kraven thanked the doctor for saving him, she said, "I didn't save you." His father and brother arrived. Instead of showing concern, his father scolded him for hesitating to shoot the lion, claiming fear made him weak. The doctor argued that Kraven needed recovery after being clinically dead for over 3 minutes, but his father insisted on taking him home. Back in London, his father berated him for showing weakness, calling it a crime in their family's line of work. To prove his point, he showed Kraven the severed head of the lion that attacked him. Furious, Kraven lashed out.
"He should have killed you!"
Storming out, he sent Dmitri away when his brother tried to console him. Determined to escape his father's cruelty, Kraven snuck out that night. Though he fell from the roof, he landed unharmed. Dmitri tried to stop him, begging not to be left alone with their father, but Kraven bid him farewell. The next morning, Kraven reached the sea and left England for Russia. He arrived at one of his late mother's properties deep in the woods. The following day, he fashioned a spear to hunt. Missing his target, he pursued a deer on foot, leaping across ridges. Though the deer escaped, Kraven reveled in his newfound strength. Then, he heard gunshots. Climbing a tree, he spotted hunters killing animals and taking only their horns. Furious, he confronted them. The hunters warned him to leave, but Kraven declared it was his home. When one of the men raised a gun, Kraven threw a dagger, killing him instantly. He then turned on the second hunter, beating him to death, claiming his first kill.